And I'm just going to ask you all to focus into your breath. So focus into a long, slow, deep breath in and out through your nose. And just feel your body in its entirety. Feel yourself heavy on the floor, or the sofa, or the chair, wherever you're sat or lying now. And perhaps you have an intention for your healing this evening. Perhaps there's something that you're really needing at this time. Perhaps you've already told me, or perhaps it's, something you just want to share with the angels yourself. So I just want you to take a moment, whether it's something very small like a little ache or pain, or whether it's something really big, like maybe if you're in a crisis at the moment emotionally or in your life anywhere. Just offer that up and ask for help. Just frame the intention as if it's a request or a prayer for help. And then just let that request go. Just imagine it being taken on angel wings. Imagine it being blown. Imagine the breeze just taking it, the wind just taking your intention, your prayer for help. And trust that it will be heard, it will be listened to, it will be acknowledged, and that healing will come back to you however the angels decide it's best needed for you. So I'm gonna talk you through what I'm doing for the first few minutes of the light bath, and then I'm just gonna work through, because it's quite a process that I go through to do this. It's quite involved, and I don't tend to talk about it as I'm doing it. But first, I'm just going to call on Archangel Metatron to join us. He's going to come and stand opposite me, and we're going to draw each of you in to the light container that we both work in. So I'm calling all of you in, and I'd like you to just give permission. I'd just like you to offer up permission to be taken into the light container with Metatron and myself this evening. So we're just drawing in Anna and Becky and Eddie and Gemma and Janet, Karen, Nikki, Ruth, Sarah, Sue and Xanthi, calling you all into the container of light. And the first thing that happens is that Metatron starts a kind of a scan of light through you. So he kind of lies you down, and he kind of imagine a ring of light. It's just going to scan up and down your bodies, and he's just searching for any blocks in your energy, any karmic blocks. And that light scan also works multidimensionally, clearing past lives, future lives. And what we're also doing is we're clearing any cords that are attaching you to other souls that are no longer serving you from the past or from the present. Clearing any entities, and by that I don't mean anything dark or scary or horrible. It's not like a horror film or anything. It's just sometimes when we're in a dark place, when we have a lot of shadow energy around, grief or loss or anger or jealousy, so many of those dark energies, we can allow other energies to come in and attach to us. And this can happen karmically in past lives, but we carry that with us. And so this sort of energy technique actually helps to clear that as well. So Metatron's just scanning through each of you now, and then we'll go back in more detail one by one in a moment. And then a big part of what I'm doing with Metatron is I'm working with sacred geometry. So if any of you know the platonic solids, you've done your Reiki 3 with me, you'll know quite a bit about the platonic solids. the building blocks of the universe. So we're actually using those. We're also using other sacred geometrical shapes, fractals, to clear your energy in a really, really deep, powerful way. So now that that initial sort of scan, that initial light is done, I'm just going to come back to each of you and ask you just to focus back into your breath. And then I want you to just take your awareness to the crown of your head and imagine a beautiful light pouring down through the crown of your head. Imagine when it reaches the crown of your head, it's almost like a liquid that then oozes down to fill your skull. Imagine like a white energy, a beautiful pure light that's like a liquid. Imagine like mercury in a thermometer, that kind of thick light, beautiful, sparkling, iridescent energy filling your skull down through your neck. It's then moving down to fill across your shoulders, down your arms, seeing your arms almost like a cavity where this light, this iridescent light liquid is going to fall down through your arms into your hands and into your fingers. It's going to move down through your chest and down through your belly into your hips. And then from there it's going to move down your legs into your knees and down through your calves, into your feet and down into your toes. So your whole body is filled now with this liquid light. Very, very powerful, angelic light, sacred light, celestial light, sparkling, illuminating you, radiating you. See it there, filling your whole body, filling every cell, every muscle, every bone, every system, every part. The physical body, the energy body, the emotional body, and the mental bodies being filled with this liquid light. And imagine that that light is filling your whole body now. So you're so bright, you're actually lighting up the space that you're in. And feel your whole body letting go now that it's filled with this light. Just feel yourself relaxing deeply as you focus on your inhale and your exhale. And you might notice that that liquid light within your body and that light around your body now is changing colour. It may not longer be white, it might change to any colour that you just sense it's becoming. Allow it to be that, maybe many colours. And you might feel that liquid light energy really working into a particular area of your body. You might feel a tingling sensation somewhere in your body, a sense of relaxation, or an area of your body that's been feeling very tight or uncomfortable for a while now just starting to soften a little bit. It's a very soothing liquid light energy that's pouring into you now. And there's a sense of being able to let go very deeply in the muscles of the body and the cells of the body. So you're really, really sinking into the surface that you're lying on. Now I'm just going to leave you there to just be quiet in your space as I start to work more intricately now, more delicately, more subtly now. So I'm just going to leave you just to enjoy your peace. And the next time you hear me, we'll be coming towards the end of the light bath. So just allow yourself to rest now. and trust that this energy is moving through you just as it needs to. Just being aware of how you're feeling as you sit or lie. Not yet coming back in any way to a full consciousness, but just being aware of being able to hear my voice again and being able to feel your body. And there's quite a journey we've been on with the light bath and all the different energies and the use of the sacred geometry, and I just want you now to just really feel yourself full again of that liquid light. So I want you to imagine it again pouring down through the crown of your head and just filling the whole of your body as if your body was like a glass vessel, right down into your feet, into your toes. Imagine that liquid pouring all the way down and then starting to fill up from your toes, filling all the way up to your ankles, like your feet and your legs were made of glass, and this liquid light is filling up through your calves and your shins to your knees. It's filling the whole of your thighs until this liquid light just starts to feel like this vessel at your hips. And that liquid light just starts to fill up your abdomen, your solar plexus and your chest, up into your upper chest to the tops of your shoulders. And then from there, it pulls down as if your fingers were part of this glass vessel. So you're filling up your fingers, and this light is pouring up through your hands to your wrists, up through your forearms into your elbows, up your upper arms, back to your shoulders, to meet the liquid from the lower part of your body, and then it moves up. Start to feel your neck, and it continues up till it's filling your skull with this liquid light. So your jaw, your chin, your mouth, you can feel it moving up. Your cheeks, your nose, your ears are full with this light. You can feel it around the back of your head, behind your eyes, up, filling behind your forehead, back of the head, until it's poured right up to the crown of your head. So you're completely full now. You're completely full of this liquid light. And it's still pouring in, it's still pouring. I want you to imagine that this light is just taking any residue of anything from the healing that needs to be released. It's starting to find areas in your body, perhaps old cellular memory or DNA that's been passed down from your ancestors. Perhaps there's areas that are holding you back, past, from your parents, your grandparents, or way, way back through that ancestral timeline. Or perhaps there's recent emotional or mental traumas, stresses that are just wearing you down at this time. You don't need to know exactly what's going on. We're just asking that this liquid light just finds anything in your cellular memory, anything in your DNA, anything genetically passed on that needs to be released now. And what you often find with this particular kind of energy healing is that over the next few days you might start to have insights or just inspirational moments, or someone might say something to you, or you might read something online or in a book, or sometimes if you find 2 or 3 people say the same thing to you in 24 hours, that's often a sign that this energy is trying to tell you something. Could just be a flash of something that pops up that just gives you another thought, which leads to another thought, which helps you to unravel something that's been holding you back. So just watch out for those signs because they're likely to happen over the days after this energy work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to imagine that that liquid light has taken everything with it. It's like drawn it into itself, anything that needs to go. And I want you to imagine that at the ends of your fingers and at the end of your toes, your glass vessel is opening, and all of this liquid light is pouring out of your fingers, pouring out of your toes. So from your head all the way down, you're releasing that liquid, and as it goes, it's taking with it anything negative, anything toxic, anything that needs to go. It's pouring out down through your fingers, it's pouring down through your body, down through your legs, and out through your feet and out of your toes. Just let it drain, let it take everything with it, let it go. Until that last drop of liquid light has gone from your body. And then Metatron's just going to do his last scan through now, just releasing any remaining residue, any remaining cords, through timelines, through dimensions. Remembering that this energy work is not just happening to you. While you're here with me this evening, while Metatron's working on you, it's all about receiving, but what happens next is very much a process that you're a part of. So trying to think that for the rest of the evening into tomorrow, over the weekend, you're just going to keep your eyes open, your spiritual eyes open. You're going to watch and look for the signs, for the information, for the wisdom, for the dreams. Keeping yourself peaceful, drinking lots of water, spending time in nature, quiet, peaceful time, just allowing this process to continue for you all. Perhaps journaling or drawing, anything that comes up for you. Being a real part of your healing journey now, not just leaving tonight and feeling that's it, it's done, feeling that this continues with you at the center of the process of healing. Just staying in tune, staying aligned with your environment, and trusting that the angels and your guides, they know how we work in our modern day lives. They know that we use technology, so sometimes information will come to you in the most surprising ways, through social media even, or through Google, as well as through conversations, intuition, dreams, nature. That information can come in many, many ways, so trust it all. Don't push anything away. Embrace everything that comes your way, every conversation, every song you hear on the radio, every post you see on Instagram might have a little piece of information for you, so trust. And whatever comes that resonates, take it in, work with it. Good. So if you're going to choose to stay where you are now and not come back, then just feel free to stay where you are. I'll notice that you haven't sat up and I'll turn off your video, okay, for you, or you can just do it yourself if you'd rather, but if you're lying there and you don't want to move, I'll do it for you. Otherwise, we're going to start to gently feel our way back into the body. So you might want to wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes a little bit. You might want to move your head side to side a little bit. Perhaps have a stretch. A bit like coming out of Shavasana at the end of yoga. Just have a little stretch, release. And then when you're ready, you might want to hug your knees in and roll over to your side. And then you can gently come up to sit. Just keep your eyes closed a few more moments. Just keep the eyes closed. And bring your hands together at your heart. And just taking a moment just to offer gratitude for the healing that we've connected to this evening, to Metatron for joining us and bringing us into the light bath. Offering gratitude for the lives that we have, for the joys, the blessings, as well as the hardships and the challenges that show us so much about ourselves. And then when you're ready, you might just want to blink your eyes open. Welcome back, those of you who've come back. Namaste.